Hidden Object Guru here, joined by...
The Unabridged Gamer.
And we're playing some Man of Medan, the first in the Dark Pictures anthology. We are playing the co-op mode, where, as I understand it, Unabridged is going to be playing the character you normally play in the main story, and I'll be playing a second character. So this should be pretty good. Ready up
Yes.
whenever you are. You've played Until Dawn. You know how this works, right?
I don't have a PS4.
Oh, okay. Well, this should be fun then.
It's like, I understand the general concept. I've been watching a lot of the previews. Give me 1 second here. My normal controller has decided that it's just feeling very uncertain. Apparently, my Xbox One controller has stage fright. Thankfully, I have a third-party one that is built for like a tiny SNES, but it is technically an Xbox One and it'll work. So,
Nice.
there.
So yeah, I'll walk you through this quickly. You're gonna be able to make conversation decisions, and you're gonna have to do quick time events from time to time. If you're
The
playing
Telltale.
single player mode, oh yeah, no, it's totally the Telltale model, except far better. Uh, no, these guys have evolved the whole thing. Like this is the evolution of interactive movies. It's fantastic. But here's the interesting thing, something you're gonna have to watch out for. There are some very quick time events over life and death stuff, and for accessibility for people who aren't great at games, what they've done is in the main game, you can essentially turn it so you have to mispress a button. There's no time limit on the button presses. So if you have trouble with quick time events, the game actually helps you with that, but only in single player. In multiplayer, we're on our own.
Great.
I know, right?
This is gonna go marvelously.
Just fantastically, stellarly, unbelievably well, is what I'm expecting. I have played the game already, but I'm not going to spoil anything for you. You can ask me any questions you want. You can give any theories you want. But don't
Are
worry, I
those
won't
doves
spoil
the
anything.
villains? Are they the
Yes.
real villains all along?
Yes, they were. Yeah. Wow, you figured it out immediately.
It's like Scooby-Doo, they always show you the villain in the first scene or so. He needs to see a dentist.
I've noticed that there's weird, I think the graphics in this thing generally look incredible, but for some reason the teeth look wonked out on all the characters.
That seems to be a weird issue in games. Like, a lot of people talk about the eyes, but almost no one addresses that the teeth have issues.
Well, the funny part is, for most people you don't notice it, but the actress who plays Julia, who you'll meet eventually, bares her teeth quite a bit in the normal process of speaking. And as a consequence, it looks wonked out so much of the time.
Alrighty, Buster. We better mosey on back to the ship.
Whoa. Stop the presses.
What?
Looks like old Charlie Charming's got a little business to attend to.
Okay.
你能搏斗吗，勇士？
Can I fight?
Hey, give me a quarter.
I love that he speaks Chinese.
Why?
Gonna find out my future.
Heck yeah, I can fight.
All right. So you're doing one thing and I'm doing another thing at the same time, which is kind of neat. And we're both learning how to play the game.
That's how.
Okay. What?
我以为你说你可以搏斗。
Hey, I didn't get hit yet, lady. Kaboom! No! I'm fighting a killer bamboo robot, which is exactly how this kind of game should start. Oh! And then I got hit in the face.
谢谢你来玩。Have a nice day.
Wow. It was such a casual burn on her part.
Okay, pal. Spread some of that good fortune around.
Sure. But I gotta try Mr. Punch him up.
Good luck.
Meanwhile, apparently the
Uh,
future for
you got
my
another
son
quarter?
is
What do I
fish.
look like? A bank?
Really?
That's basically what it comes down to.
Okay, old
Nice.
timer. What do I got coming my way?
你对这些牌有疑
Oh
问
wait, do I have to?
Yep, you have to learn.
What's the forecast for the Odyssey back to the States?
It's pretty reimagining of Kung Fu Panda is going differently than I expected.
Let's see. Ooh, you got fish, I got a water tile and a rooster tile. Obviously, I'm going rooster tile.
看这
I
张
like
牌
they're actually giving you a countdown.
Yeah,
你看到了什么？
it's kind of
Now,
nice.
now she's giving me burns, and it's like, what the hell?
You're doing pretty good, right? She kept giving me burns even when I was
Well,
succeeding.
that is...
Yeah, I haven't
Flower.
missed a single
some sort.
one so far.
And she's kind of being a jerk, right?
你的
Yeah.
财富深深的植根在地里，
Ooh.
它的根吸收来自于神秘起源的渗血。
Apparently, my fortune is deep in the earth, and the only flower that grows from that is evil.
Hey, Chuck, we better get back to the ship. We don't want to get stranded.
Come on, man. Just let me ask another question.
We really need to get back.
Yeah, so an interesting thing about this game is like all of the free adventure areas where you can go, well, almost all of the free adventure areas where you can walk around and do things have like an invisible time limit on them. And I think that's to ensure that in the co-op we return to this stuff at the same time
Mm-hmm.
to keep it synced up, which I think is a really nice touch, and I don't see a lot of games doing that.
Oh yeah, that was actually something they talked about in one of the devlogs, is that accounting for latency and stuff like that was one of the biggest challenges, because it's all about the narrative, so any sort of delay is a lot more standout than, say, Gears of War.
Yeah. No, because a couple of times I took too long, even in the single-player game, adventuring and exploring, and then, someone would run in and say, hey, I found a thing! And I'm like, oh, you cut off my exploring, but now I realize it's to make sure the narrative keeps moving. Yeah, which is really smart, because it's so hard to do narrative games in co-op.
Hey, man. Hey, where's my 50 cents?
50 cents? What 50 cents?
Come on, man.
Hey,
What I love is my character
Pushing me around.
literally, just lent your character 50 cents. And as they get back on the boat, he's demanding it back. I'm like, when has he had time to get more money?
get this one to the medical room.
Know what to tell you, man.
Throw the other in the brig. And keep him there.
Oh. Alright, now should be our first real split-up experience. Which
I
should
know.
liven things up a bit.
I know that there's storms going on, but given all those reflections, this still really does seem like a star-studded ship.
I mean, I gotta say, this is one of the best-looking video games I've ever seen. Like, I know that it's easier in the realm of interactive movies to make a really good-looking game, but I still think it's worth mentioning just how startlingly gorgeous this thing is.
Oh yeah, this is Injustice 2 level.
Yeah, no, it looks as good or better than Injustice 2. Speaking of, I'm getting Mortal Kombat 11.
I know, you gotta beat up the Joker.
Yeah, I have to. I absolutely have to. Put together my video of every possible way to murder the Joker.
You've got a lot of ways too, because there's brutalities and everything.
I know. Every brutality, every fatality. I wonder if they brought stage fatalities back. They probably haven't, right?
I think they might be.
Really? I miss stage fatalities.
Yeah, there was a brutality involving the old woman in MK10, so I'd like to think.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
yeah, like
didn't know
seriously, instead of throwing her, she will
Hey.
kick your ass.
that. Oh, that's great.
Hello?
Oh, there's my kid. He looks very uncomfortably Macaulay Culkin-esque in his nervousness.
What a dick.
Pops, come back soon. Okay, I'll make sure that soda comes back soon. I mean, it never really went away, but I suppose it could make more of a comeback. I have this new formula for Coke. It's going to go over great in the next decade or so.
40 years from now, I think is what you meant to say. Or
40,
30 years
guys.
from now. 35 years from now, or...
Oh,
no, I
dear.
guess 47, so yeah, it's like 40 years away. Sorry, I should have told you. This is set in 1947.
I knew that it's like, I know that I'm going to get the timing wrong, so I'm just going to say...
A few decades. Okay. That's probably for the best. Yeah, so, tell me when you open that closet. I don't want to spoil what's in there. But,
you were talking about the dead body?
oh, yeah, okay. Something really frustrating is when I got there, I tried to open... when the dead body falls out of the closet, there's he drops a notebook, right?
Uh-huh.
But you can't pick it up. And I assumed later in the game I would be able to pick up the notebook, but I had nothing. All right, hold on.
See?
All right, hold on. People are here. We're gonna have to pause.
Okay.
We will pick this up in a bit.
Okay.
Hey guys. But anyway, what does your night look like?
My night should be fine. Mom has to sleep in early because she's got to run out Graham for a thing, but some sort of doctor's appointment tomorrow, as I understand it. But besides that, as long as I can keep it down, she's fine. And
Okay.
you know that I'm notoriously hard for horror games to scare me, so I shouldn't be yelling or anything.
You shouldn't be freaked out at night. No, probably not. Yes, sorry we couldn't get this started earlier, but as you saw, we were both... It's a giant game that takes too long to install. So, do you want to just sign this up right after the stream tonight?
Yeah, we can.
I can. Yeah. So I'll wrap up the stream tonight. I'll get things packed, and by midnight we will be back into the world of horror gazaming. We will get way deep into the game, and then hopefully finish it up tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Thank you so much, and sorry for the interruption.
No, that's fine.
And I apologize for that. Sorry.
It's fine. So I just.
I was about to say, just try not to run ahead of me because I want to get like your record of the first time playing it. I totally think it would be a good idea, and let me just know how you react to this. Maybe we can each post our full playthrough because we're having different experiences.
I like to think that's within reason. Mine's not going to have the commentary. I haven't been recording the audio, but
Oh, you haven't been recording the audio? Oh, okay.
I was just recording the video because there's the possibility I need to run it by my boss at
Oh,
Gale Street.
okay.
Yeah, it could be I might be able to convince them to let's do a review of Man of Medan there, and then I get paid for the review.
Oh, sweet. Okay. No, I totally get that then. That'd be fantastic. And yeah, totally get him to let you do a review because it's an interesting game that I can't wait to see your takes on. All right. So I am off. I will get back to you in a bit.
All right. Cheers.
Bye. Okay, we had a minor technical issue there, but we're back now with more of this creepy prologue. Yes, I am playing as Charlie. Unabridged is playing as Joe. I'm locked in the brig. He's locked in the, I want to say, infirmary. And I've just found a sheet listing all of the people who have been thrown in the brig for the past week. Damn, 10 days for punching you out. And by the way, here's the thing I don't believe. Charles Anderson, public intoxication, brawling, 10 days in the brig, found drunk and acting inappropriately for U.S. Army personnel while on shore leave. Except that's not true. They were back on the boat. And it's like, I understand that they're brawling dicks, but at the same time, they weren't going to cause anybody to think badly about the Navy because it was happening on the boat. What I'm saying is, I would like to become a Navy lawyer. Just come here and get me out of this. Get me out of this cell, would you? I'm locked up until you come get me.
I have unlocked the door. I am on my way.
Merci
Just call me
beaucoup.
Joe Fix-It. This is actually secretly a Hulk tie-in game.
Was Mr. Fix's name Joe?
Yeah, Joe Fix-It, the one persona for
Yeah,
Hulk.
no,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, and I know about Grey Hulk and his Mr. Fix-It persona. I just didn't know he called himself Joe. I always thought of it as Mr. Fix-It.
In fact, that's going to be a skin in the Avengers game, apparently.
Nice. God, what game had that as a skin? Was it
Probably Ultimate Destruction.
probably Ultimate Destruction, right?
Just get me out of here. already.
God, that was such a good game. And by the way, Ultimate Destruction
And gunfire.
is like
Too.
oh,
There was a
corpse.
What?
Is the ultimate proof of what I always say, which is just keep reusing maps and gameplay mechanics and build new games on it. Because what game was built on that engine? On that engine and map?
Prototype?
What's that?
I was going to ask, was it Prototype? Because it was the same developer.
Did you say? I honestly can't understand the word you're saying. That's on me. Okay, press A in time with a heartbeat, then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
It's the one where you play a guy with mutant powers.
Prototype.
Prototype, yes. Yeah. Prototype was just a reskin and a couple of new mechanics of that. I just didn't understand you were saying Prototype. That one's on me, though. Least observant soldier in the world.
Clearly, this is his first time playing Nazi zombies.
Well, he's in the Pacific, so they're probably Japanese Imperial zombies.
Oh, goodness me. Don't tell me that he's in Shell Shocked too. That's just too cruel a fate for any NPC.
Oh. That guy's having a bad day.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who's having a good day, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a rough situation ever since the lightning struck that evil Xbox. That's what I call the skull and crossbones, X's. I don't know why. So yes, we are free to walk around. We can search, and a good thing to look for is paintings on walls, because paintings on walls will give you a
Unlockables? I saw them
no,
recently
not
with that.
unlockables. They will give you the ability to see a premonition of something that might happen to give you a clue.
Oh,
in
like
the
in
future.
Until Dawn. Okay.
Just like in Until Dawn.
Well, wait,
So-
I thought it was... Oh, it's not the door.
Charlie, help.
So, fun fact. You saw a ghost run past up ahead?
Uh-huh.
I did not see that.
Hold on.
We have to do
Oh,
that
I
again?
forgot. I switched it so instead of tapping, it's hold.
Oh, yeah, I should probably do that too.
I mean, it's just nicer on the
No,
hands.
you don't want to ruin your thumbs. I completely get it. Hold. Oh, I did have that on. Weird. All right, so let's
Let's
do
hold A together.
it. All right, let's do it. Careful. All right, there we go.
Wait, I never thought about it this way, but I guess, considering these are going to be co-op games now, does that essentially mean that the Dark Pictures are like the heir apparent to the Obscure throne?
100%, yes. These are the new Obscure games, except without all of the really awkward Silent Hill style combat. Ouch. Dude got riddled. Okay. See anything your way?
Nothing going on over here, no. I do appreciate that when they make the character's head turn when you actually move the camera, it's like,
Yeah.
thank you, that's responsiveness.
They do the same thing with the flashlight when you get one.
Oh, there's something going on down there. Can I please?
You can
Let
look
me-
at a corpse, yeah.
Yeah, I would like to look, please. It's totally not for weird reasons. That's pretty fast rigor mortis that his hand is still frozen.
Really?
Yeah,
Ooh,
like
I can hold LB to walk faster. Okay, we got a fork in the road here.
I'm coming. What?
You may have paused.
Hold on. I hit the right bumper. Does
Yeah, right bumper checks your menus, I think.
Okay, so
Yeah, so
it's
right
left.
bumper counts as a pause thing. Left bumper is move quickly.
Okay.
As you should see me at the bottom of the stairs. Hey
I'm
there.
I can just barely see you through the doggo vision from beneath the stairway.
Isn't that a nice camera angle? You go left, I'll go straight.
Okay. I do have a problem where occasionally I lose momentum because of the whole analog stick, oh goodness, which direction am I moving thing.
That is an issue. One nice thing they do in this game is if you hold down in a direction, if the camera angle changes and you keep holding in that direction, the character, even though the camera relative direction has changed, you will still be walking in the direction the character was going.
I've got a locked door.
Yeah, and I've got a hold over here, so let's go my way.
Okay.
Going my way?
I cocked both my brows at you. I hope that you can
really
feel it.
should. I 100% do not judge you for that.
Joe's having this weird issue where he keeps pausing every now and then he keeps walking. I think he just hit his head extra hard. Also, I was wrong. It wasn't that extra coins dropped by the corpse. The corpse apparently somehow was still bleeding.
Ew. I did punch you in the head, so that would explain why. Gah!
I'm sorry, the one kind of looked like a mannequin there.
Yep. A little. You just got massacred.
Massacred. That is the inevitable point in which Far Cry and Assassin's Creed just combine.
Whereas I was going to say it's going to be a very big departure for the Creed franchise. I think yours was probably better.
Well,
Uh-oh. Looks problematic. Ew.
I don't know what you just saw. Oh, goodness me. Do not have me go out like the first guy in Alien.
Uh-oh.
Wait a second. That body looks like, what's his name? The guy from Until Dawn, who's most likely to survive after Hidden Pantera.
Oh, a little, yeah.
I can never remember his name. He always ends up in the weirdest things. Like, he's the leader of Hydra, but then he's also in a weird low-budget Christian thing, and then he's in something else. It's just never consistent.
Yeah, that's true. He is all over the place. Okay, keep hiding. Keep hiding.
Whoa! And now apparently I'm shooting at the ghost in the container. I had no idea that that's what I was doing.
If by ghost in the container you mean you shot me to death, then yes, that is what happened.
Oh. Because it's not showing that whatsoever. Instead I'm seeing Demon Monkey Boy, and now I'm apparently hyperventilating. Like, my chest is... it kind of looks like I'm doing the worm.
Well, what happened was you shot me to death, and then when the door flew open, I saw an evil Chinese demon standing in front of me.
Well...
So yeah, that was rough.
You know, that's almost what happened with Dead Space 3.
Yep.
Yeah, originally the plan was for there to be a Shadow Isaac. Like, literally, there would be no explanation for how there was a cooperative character. The campaign would be the same regardless, and it's just like Isaac had gotten that crazy that he was imagining another of himself, and they would end up fighting at some point.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I really wish we'd gotten that.
Uh-oh.
You know, I know that guy was supposed to be scared, but instead he just kind of looked more like, oh, hi, demon baby. Oh. Oh, well, now he's trying.
He's doing his best. Oh!
Ow, and that's a dislocated shoulder.
Oh, that explains that. In the demo I played, that guy shows up.
Also, that's more insane. Can we agree how awesome it is that demos are a thing again?
It's nice the demos are back, where they actually make sections of the game. Opening credits.
I don't know why I always default to Doctor Who.
That's a weird place to go.
I mean, to be fair, Doctor Who has a lot of horror episodes involving ghosts, including ones that were literally made of methane.
Yes. Let's not forget that it is almost 100% a horror TV show, Doctor Who. There are very few episodes that aren't horror episodes. Like, pretty much every episode of Doctor Who is a monster kills someone at the start of the episode, or a bunch of people, and then Doctor Who shows up. He's like, I wonder why all these people die, and then he has to figure it out.
Are you just getting a black screen?
I am not getting a black screen. I'm watching the opening credits.
I am not watching an opening cutscene. I've got a black screen where nothing is happening.
And are you getting the song?
Nope. I am legitimate. I can pause.
Okay, that's weird. Let's see what happens when the...
I think the little icon in the lower right-hand part of the screen, it looks like it's trying to do something. Well, let's try to hit continue again, see if that fixes it.
Yeah.
If not, we might have to reload again.
Well, I don't know. I mean, honestly, like, as long as you don't miss what happens after the opening credits, I don't think you're missing a lot, because it was literally just the curator is going into his museum.
Okay, yeah,
You're
I
not
can
really
read the
missing
single player. Come on.
But we'll see. He's got an, when you see him, you'll be like, oh, well, that guy's got an awesome David Lynch haircut. Yeah, the Oh Death was the theme song from Until Dawn, and so now they've got a cover of it for this Until Dawn. Not sequel, but, follow-up. It's interesting that Until Dawn got 2 prequels.
Yeah, like that's not something I think anybody was expecting. Usually a prequel happens in a horror franchise when it's gone just too far. There's like we've run out of things to do.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's too complicated to do a sequel to Until Dawn, because you'd have to figure out who you wanted to make the character. You'd have to decide on a canon ending for the first game, and that would kind of defeat the purpose entirely. So they just did prequels. And we're waiting on the load again.
Yeah, I'm not even seeing a loading icon right now, so that's concerning.
You're not even seeing the icon. That is disconcerting. Yeah, we seem to be having some bug issues with this. This part.
Finishes loading, but in the meantime, I do actually want to raise a point, because believe it or not, This is something I have been dealing with as a dungeon master, because part of my campaign is I took a lot of inspiration from the Mass Effect trilogy structure.
Awesome.
And the thing was, I wanted to explore the suicide mission, but revamp it in a way that I don't want to go into, because at some point it might actually go into a piece of original fiction. But regardless,
okay,
I'd like to think the idea I came up with was fairly clever. But the hardest part wasn't figuring out the choices or anything else. It was like, oh crap, all of these characters are kind of critical to various subplots I've introduced in this latest, essentially, season of the campaign.
Oh.
How do I account for them being dead? And
that's tough.
Yeah, so I basically had Until Dawn. I have Until Dawn's problem, but I got really good advice from this other author that I follow, who's also a puppeteer on Twitter.
Awesome.
And her advice was, essentially, when you're having to write something like this, you have to keep writing as if the character arc is going to continue, and if the character dies, it just ends. It just kind of leaves that unresolved, and you just kind of roll with it, and then do sort of things like what Mass Effect 3 did, but more involved, because it's a D&D campaign. You're not held by a budget of, we literally can only have Courtney Taylor in here for like 3 recording sessions for Jack. Make it count. I'm not saying that's not actually...
Yeah. Well, that was so frustrating in 3, where they're like, well, we don't know who's going to be alive from 2, so I guess none of them can be central to the game. And that's what happened in 2 with, the 2 characters who could have died in number 1. I guess 3 characters who could have died in number 1.
Fun fact, though, someone actually made a mod that re-enables all of your companions at various points in the Mass Effect 3 campaign
nice.
On PC. Yeah, so, like, when you rescue Jack and stuff like that, she will stay on the ship. they've managed to find, like, cut dialogue and stuff like that and string them together into dialogue trees, and you can actually have some of your companions briefly back for a time when it's narratively appropriate, and at other points they're not available. It honestly feels way more genuine than it would be if, they were there all the time or none of the time.
All right, we're going to press pause on this for a second.
I might have to
Okay.
check the integrity of my files.
What, did it crash?
Second loading bar after that most recent one, it started, the scene started to appear, and then it was gone.
So you got like a black screen now, or is the game
I
crashing
got a
entirely?
completely black screen. I can pause.
Okay, so we're going to wrap up the video here. I have been the Hidden Object Guru. And he has been Unabridged, the Unabridged Gamer, and we are having fairly intense technical issues. I mean, it makes sense to end the video at the end of the prologue anyway. I wanted to get to the curator part, and have the curator's introduction before we wrapped up our first video segment. But,
I'm so sorry. I don't know why it's breaking so much, because it's
I don't
apparently
think it's
working
your
fine for you.
fault. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm watching the opening movie, so do you want to go check your file integrity and meet me back here in the next movie, in the next video?
Well, I am going to close it down, and I'm going to check the integrity, because, I mean, there's a very good chance that could be just all it is.
All right. Well, I'll stay on the line with you while you're doing that. But for now, I've been the Hidden Object Guru. He's been Unabridged Gamer. Thanks for coming on this journey with us. If you want to see more of our attempts to play Man of Medan, join us back here at the next item on the playlist. And Unabridged, do you have anything you want people to check out on your channel right now? Remember, this is going up on the 28th or 29th?
Going up most rapidly on my channel. Goodness me, I would like to think that the World War Z video is going up by this point. If not, it's coming soon, and I've got a few other videos coming up, and I'm happy to say that a certain video regarding a certain very popular Sony developer is going to be coming around soon that Poguru has helped me put together. That is going to be very cathartic for a number of reasons.
Actually, I'm very excited for everyone to see that video. That should be a lot of fun. All right, so we'll see you back here in the next item on the playlist, but until then, au revoir.